guys, hello and good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Serena, if you guys are new here, and I just made a matcha, which was the opening of this video. I haven't made a matcha in a very long time. Like, I don't even remember the last time I made a matcha. So let's do a little taste test. I typically only drink matcha in like the spring and the summer. I don't know. I think it's the green color. But I'm watching Olivia Reads a Latte's vlogs. So Olivia's vlogs. If you don't know her channel, it's Olivia Reads a Latte. And she just made, or is in the process of making, a brown sugar matcha. And I was like, wait, that sounds really good. And we don't store our brown sugar properly, so it's all like hardened. So I was like, I have sugar-free brown sugar syrup. So I'm just gonna use like a little bit of that, because I know we had talked about like me wanting to eliminate sugar, like sugary syrups this year, and I've been doing like a decent job. Yesterday I definitely did slip up though, because I wanted to try something new, but that was one time, so it's okay. So I did two capfuls, which I think is the equivalent of like 2 teaspoons of brown sugar syrup, almond milk, and in my almond creamer. And I don't even remember the last time I've made a matcha, so like I don't know my ratios anymore. I just used a tablespoon of matcha, which I don't know if that's too much or too little. I guess we'll do a taste test and figure it out. Yeah, I mean, I might have to taper it back, but I think I was doing like 4 grams of matcha, which I felt like was probably around a tablespoon. But the color's good. I think the color is good to me. I mean, it looks a little dark, but also I'm using almond milk, so it's not going to give it much color. So anyway, cheers. Let's give this a try. Oh yeah, it definitely tastes matcha, which is fine, but it's good. And it's got that little bit of brown sugar, which is very yummy, so I'm excited. I definitely do need to cut back on coffee, like majorly, and just supplement it with other like caffeine sources. So maybe like getting back into my dirty chais or getting back into matcha, just so that it's a different kind of energy, not just caffeine and cortisol. So I think that's what we're gonna do this week. I think we're gonna kind of like try to embark on this together and see what I'm liking, what I'm not liking, all of that fun stuff. So I do have to work this morning. It's about time for me to start my work day. So that's why I wanted to get this intro done, because you're probably not going to hear much from me until later. Yeah, I think those are the updates I have. Did I say it's Thursday? If I didn't, it's Thursday. And it's a weird day for me to start a weekly vlog, but I just ended a vlog yesterday. And since I ended that, I was like, I want to keep the momentum going. So I'm starting a new one today. So we'll probably go Thursday to Tuesday, so that way I can get this video up next week, like Thursday, Friday. That's the plan. Hopefully we could stick to it. But anyway, I'm going to start my workday, and I will see you guys either on my lunch break, in some B-roll, after work, just at some point. Hi you guys, I am currently on my lunch break. I just had to run a quick errand and then came back, and during that time period I started what I am now deeming as the Read It or Unhaul It book series, or video series that I'm going to be doing here with books on my physical TBR. And started that book, I think like I'm 2 chapters into it. I'm very excited to be starting a new series, because I have so many books on my shelves that have just been sitting there for a while, and they just need to either be read or unhauled. So I'm gonna let you guys know what to do about that in those videos. But in this video, in this vlog, we're gonna be reading, I forgot to tell you guys this before, we're gonna be reading Since We've No Place to Go. We're going to hopefully be making some good progress, if not finishing Burn Bright. And we're going to be reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, hopefully finishing it. Those 3 books should be that's a lot to finish this week. Good progress in 2 out of the 3, and we should be able to finish 1. It just depends on what I end up prioritizing.
So that's the game plan for this week, and for this video, those are the 3 books that we're going to be focusing on, and then there's 2 other books that I'm going to be working through for the Reader and Haul It. So lots of reading going down, but it's exciting. It's a good time. I have spent part of my lunch break mapping out my content for the next like week and a half, or at least for the end of January. So I'm very excited to be brainstorming, feeling creative. Hopefully this creates some momentum going forward, and it's not just like a little stint of creativity. On that note, I'm gonna head back inside so that way the last portion of my lunch break can be to eat some food, because all I've had today is a protein bar. I need to actually eat like actual food, and I still have to do my Bible study, so I was thinking about starting it. I just hate to start it and then have to put it down and then pick it up later, so I think I'm just gonna save it for later. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's a good idea. So let's head inside and make some lunch before I get a headache, because I'm already feeling like a hunger headache come on, or it could be just be like, hey, you need more caffeine headache. I don't know, they feel the same to me. Anyway, regardless, let's go. Hello, you guys. Good morning. Oh my goodness, it's so cold. It's always cold though this time of year. I am about to go run 3 quick errands. I have to go to the bank. I have to go to Starbucks. I don't have to go to Starbucks, but I'm choosing to go to Starbucks. And I have to pick up a birthday card for Dan. I just thought of that now because the package that's for him is out for delivery. Maybe I'll do that later, because I'm actually in my slippers right now, because I was like, oh, I'm not getting out of the car. And then I remembered I have to get him a birthday card because his birthday gift is out for delivery, so I wanted to give him a card plus that. So yeah, maybe that'll be a lunch break when I actually have shoes on. I would hate to walk into like a public space in my slippers. The fact that I'm even choosing free will to wear them out of the house is like almost sacrilegious, because I usually, these are like my house shoes, my indoors, like they don't leave the house. And it's funny because I've never really been a slipper person up until I got these, and they're the Bombas. They're, I don't know what color these are. They're like a light brown. Think of like a toffee color, I guess, or like a coffee color. Hello. That's what I'm wearing on my feet, and I'm became a slipper person because these somehow they work their magic where my feet aren't too hot, and also they don't get like gross, like, you know, when you have slippers for a long period of time. This is why I'm not a slipper person normally. They get really gross and then you have to like throw them out. These have held up really, really well. So I highly recommend them. They are expensive, I will say that. The only reason why I have them is because I won a gift card from work, and these slippers were one of the options to pick, so I said, sure, I'll get those. But what am I going to listen to? That's the question of the morning. So I was just listening to Genesis, trying to make a little bit more progress in the Bible in a Year plan. I'm up to Genesis 23, so I can listen to 23 and 24, and then I would have to pause. Or I could just keep going, and I'll read the devos for the sections when I get home. I think that's the better plan. I'm not really in the mood for a book. I'm not really in the mood for music. I just think a couple chapters of the Bible is really good right now. Yeah, I think that's good. Because I don't really know what I want to listen to. And as far as music goes, and I don't really want to listen to any of my fiction books right now. Like, I'm still waking up. I got up at 6:30. It's 8:14. I'm still tired. I still need to wake up. So yeah, let's go get this coffee and go to the bank, and then we'll be back here to start the workday. Okay, guys, I made the executive decision at the very last second that I wanted Dunkin' instead of Starbucks. It was also just closer. So I got a black coffee with what was supposed to be sugar-free vanilla, and it doesn't say that, it says regular vanilla. Whatever, it'll be fine. And 2 stevia. So I actually don't know how this is gonna taste. I typically only get sugar-free vanilla. It's not the carbs that I wanted to be drinking this morning. Come on. It's like fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's annoying though. So now I just have to watch the carbs that I intake the rest of the day, because I was banking on sugar free, which is like there's nothing in it, although it's got all the like additives and whatever. Pick your battle, I guess. Yeah, I was just hoping to eat my carbs, not drink them today, specifically. Okay, not gonna let it annoy me at all the rest of the day today, because it's Friday. It's gonna be a great day. I'm gonna finish listening to Genesis 24 on the way home. I hope to have like an actual decent reading update for you guys later today, because I really haven't given one. Yeah, I don't really think I've given one yet this vlog. But I'm in editing mode also, like I am editing at this point the last vlog and this vlog. So we'll see. If I might just be having like memory loss, because I feel like I've been doing so much content, I don't know what I'm doing where. And yeah, I just have to like get organized. So if you're a content creator and you're like specifically a YouTuber, let me know like how you stay organized, because right now I'm in the trial phase of just doing a notebook. Right now, all the ideas have been up here, but I need to write them down and I need to have a plan and a schedule. And I feel like I either need like a specific social media planner, if that makes any sense, for all the accounts that I run, or I just need a notebook and I need to constantly be writing things down. So I have to figure that out. But that's a problem for this weekend, because we're getting like a foot of snow. And I'll be inside a lot, so I'll be able to study, as I keep talking about in these vlogs. I need to start studying again, and I need to get organized to figure out how to just stay consistent with YouTube. So I'm gonna head home. We're gonna start the workday, drink this coffee. I think I gotta add a little bit of cream to it, just a little bit, because I feel like it needs it. And yeah, all right, let's go, because now I'm just stalling, and I'll see you guys later. Good morning, you guys. A little jump scare because I don't have my glasses on, but
I typically don't put them on until like I'm really getting going for the day. I just finished Come and See, which is a study on the Book of John. Oh my goodness, this was so good. This study is supposed to take you, like, you do it Monday through Friday, and it's supposed to take you 10 weeks. I did it in 3. It was that good. Every single day I was like, I want to read a whole chapter. I want to read all the pages. Like, I want to read all the commentary. Like, it was so good. I'm sad to see it's over, but this was a great time while I was in it. And I learned so much just about, like, Jesus's time here on earth and the disciples and everything that went down in the order of events, because I knew, like, Jesus fed the 5,000 and, like, Jesus walked on water, and, like, I knew of the miracles and things he did, but I didn't know them in order. I still don't really know them in order, but this was really good to get into the order of it, and also to have a theme running throughout the whole Gospel of John of Jesus being our sustainer, our provider. He is the only way. He is the way, the truth, the life. Like, just all of those things. All the I am statements really stuck out to me. So, finished. This is my second book of the year that I finished. And I'm so excited about that. I am now going to jump back into this one, which is The Story of Redemption. I'm going to read, I read Genesis 22 through 24 yesterday, so I have to read this part of it, like the summary, I guess. Yeah, we'll call it a summary. So I have to read this part today, and I think I'm gonna try to, like, read a couple more chapters, maybe a handful more chapters, and read the summary of those. That way I can get a little bit more done. It's also just, like, really cold down here, like, really, really cold. So I might move back upstairs and listen to the next couple of chapters. What I've been doing is listening to it, and then if there's a verse that I want to highlight, I'll just pause it, and then I'll crack this open and highlight it. I have my trusty highlighter in here. For Genesis, I'm using yellow. I'm using this yellow color from Midliners. And what I've been doing is, because I'm, like, not picky, but, like, I like my Bible to look a certain way, and I don't do it for aesthetics. I just do it because I like to color code things. Like, for the whole book of John, I used this pink color. So Genesis is yellow. I don't know why I picked yellow, but I did. So I'll get back into this. I'll chat with you guys later when I have more of a reading update than what I have for you this morning, because what I have for you this morning is not much. Like I said, I finished the book of John. I'm in the very beginning of Genesis. And yesterday I did read like 10% of Since We've No Place to Go. But it was a little distracted. Like, I probably shouldn't have listened to it, like, when I did, because I was listening to it while I was working. So I can't really, like, tell you a summary, but, like, in a moment I could have told you, like, oh yeah, this happened, this happened, this happened. All I know is that our male main character, who I could never remember his name because it's so unique, and he is starting to develop, like, a little bit of feelings. He's liking flirting with our main character, Liesel, and he is becoming a little protective of her. But they are still very much so, like, putting on a front of that they're enemies. So he is a not retired athlete, but he is a injured athlete who somehow landed a position with the front office for the off season, and she is a baseball team's statistician. So I like the sports aspect. I know I was saying in the last vlog that I was looking for more, like, sports romances that were closed door or fade to black. So this is going to be one of them. You still get, like, the yearning and the angst, and, like, you still get, like, his thoughts of, like, oh, like, she's really pretty, and, like, I want to be holding her. Like, you still get that stuff. But yeah, I was happy to see that it was sports. So, okay, I am gonna jump back into reading. I'm also so congested this morning. I'm not feeling sick, which is great. But I do feel very congested. So I gotta go handle that. And I will see you guys later. Okay, now that I'm a little more alive, let's do a quick reading update because I am editing. So I'm in editing mode now, and I wanted to update you guys because I realized there were a couple of things missing that I didn't chat about yesterday. It was just a crazy workday on a Friday. So first of all, in the last vlog, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's really long, I will say that, but it also covers the whole month of January. I unhauled, I don't even know how many books. I didn't count, I didn't want to know. I just wanted it to go out into the universe and goodbye. So then I had to clean up my story graph because my story graph was a compilation of my digital TBR, my physical TBR, and if I had like some books in a series, I put the rest of the books on the series on the TBR. So my TBR was over 350 books, which I looked at it and it stressed me out because I was like, there's no way I'm reading all these books. Like, it's going to take me 4 or 5 years to read all these books. Like, that's crazy. So then what I did was yesterday I went through and I deleted anything that was on my digital TBR because I'm going to go back and add stuff. And then, because not everything on my digital TBR I will read. There's some things that I probably will just pass on. So anything that was on my digital TBR, so any like NetGalleys, I don't have Kindle Unlimited anymore. Fun fact, actually, I did deactivate my Kindle Unlimited at the end of 2025, so I don't have that. And I don't have Audible. I only have a couple of books on Audible though, and they're books I also have physical. So, and yeah, anything downloaded to my Kobo, I deleted all that, and then any books that obviously I donated, I got rid of. And then any books that I didn't own that were on my TBR, I also removed. So basically my to be read on Storygraph is literally my physical TBR. So now I'm down to 122 books, which still is a lot. I'm not even gonna hold you. It is a lot. And now my goal is I cannot use my own money to buy any books. I say that because I have gift cards at 2 bookstores. So I can use my gift cards. And then lay out the difference. Because Barnes & Noble, I think I have like $20, I think. And I don't have any rewards because I used my rewards last time I was there. Anyway, so I have to read 50 books off of my physical TBR before I can spend money on buying books, like my own dollars. So we're going on a no-buy because 122 books just sitting up there that I haven't read is a little crazy. And it's a lot crazy, honestly. So I really want to push myself to shop my shelves and pick from my physical TBR so that way I can get that number down. By the end of the year, my goal is to have that number down to 20, like a manageable number, 15, 20. I can live with that. So this is not to say like I can only do my shelves. I mean, I want to prioritize my shelves, but I also, like if a new release comes out, I'm going to put a hold in from the library and that way I could still read it. And then if I really do want to purchase it and like, let's say I use up all my gift card money before then, I will buy it once I get to my 50 book. I'm going to keep a list. So yeah, 122 books on my physical TBR. The goal is by the end of the year, like that's got to be way down. That doesn't even include Bible studies. That doesn't even include the books I just got off my birthday. So the number is probably more like 130. But yeah, I have no reason to buy books right now. I really don't. So it's a good thing we're doing the Read It or I'll Haul It because that'll help a lot. I think I don't know if I want to do like a Shop My Shelves series. I got to think about that. But I think the Read It or I'll Haul It's going to be really good for that. So I'm getting distracted by like all the noises. There's a lot of traffic going on outside. But I want to give you guys a reading update. Yes, that's why we're here. Reading update. So I am 30% through Since We've No Place to Go. And I keep forgetting our main characters' names. One is Liesel, and I forgot the guy's name. So I'm going to look and see if I can grab it from a summary on Storygraph. But yesterday, like I had said before, I was listening a little distracted. So, Cooper. Cooper is his name. So we have Cooper and we have Liesel. And Cooper is an injured baseball player who gets a position with the front office for a season to recover. And Liesel is like a statistician type of girl. And they have like a not so meet cute in an airport where she's kind of like talking smack about Cooper Kellogg and doesn't realize that she's sitting right next to him, which is really funny to me. And then they now have like this rivalry and they have to work together. And now Cooper's getting a little protective of her and is realizing, oh, like I actually have feelings for her. I like flirting with her and all of that. So that's where I am right now. I'm 30% in. And I don't have any other reading updates. Haven't read Dungeon Crawler. Haven't read Burn Bright. So today I'm going to be definitely reading those two. And then I also have to read some Read It or Holiday books. So lots of reading going to go down today. I'm very excited about that. And I'm going to be watching Star Wars later. So that was just a marathon. You can tell the coffee's kicking in. This is my second cup, but it's not really that good. I added white chocolate and peppermint to it, and it's kind of like, ugh. So I don't know. I don't know what I did there. Maybe the syrups are bad. I don't know. But I'm gonna get back to editing. I'm editing this vlog actually like in real time, which is awesome because I feel like I'm like ahead of schedule and on time for once instead of like scrambling to edit. So I'm gonna edit and I'll see you guys in a little bit when I pick up a book. Today has been all about the hobbies. Since it's a snow day, I was able to take my time reading my Bible. I was able to color. I was able to junk journal, catch up on my junk journal and my planner. And now I'm going to read. I also did get some editing done for YouTube, which is very exciting. I feel like at this point, I'm at a good spot with it where I'm constantly like keeping up instead of importing days worth of footage and having to go through days worth of footage. So that's exciting and that's a good look for me. At this point now, I'm about to go sit over there and read Dungeon Crawler Carl until I literally like can't keep my eyes open anymore. Like I had said, did I talk? No, I haven't spoken to you guys yet today. I posted it on Instagram that my goal for today was to get, I think, to like 40 or 50%. I need to brick my phone soon though because I feel like I've been on this thing
all day. Yeah, it gets a 40 or 50% in Dungeon Crawler Carl, which means I would probably have to read another 100 pages, which I can do in a couple of hours if I spend just the entire rest of the day reading, which sounds like a good plan to me. Sounds like a great plan. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I was coloring and listening to Since We've No Place to Go. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a reading update on that. We've just hit the... I don't even want to say it's a third act breakup. I'm not 60%... Oh, I am. I am 63% through this. And the cover is where I am right now. So they are stuck on a parkway. It is not the third act breakup. It is more along the lines of... What is in my pocket? Oh, of course, an SD card is after. It is more along the lines of the third act, like, disagreement. The third act arguments. The third act miscommunication, which whenever that trope appears in a book, I want to scream. But, like, misinterpretation, miscommunication, like, both of those really make me mad. So the fact that they're stuck in a car and this is what they're dealing with is like, oh, get them out of this situation. Yeah, we had some sort of conflict, and the conflict needs to be resolved, but it's probably not going to be resolved right away because our main character, Liesel, she just has it in her head that this is what actually happened. Meanwhile, Cooper is like, no, girl, like, this is what actually happened. So the two of them are trying to, like, come to terms with that while they're stuck in traffic because there's a blizzard, which is funny because it's the blizzard, like, snow rain mix outside right now, to the point where, like, church was canceled this morning, and, like, I've been home all day. Nothing's open. And if things are open, like, that's wild. So that's where I'm at in the book right now. I think for me, it's probably sitting at, like, 3.75 to 4 stars. And it's not that there's things that I dislike. I mean, yeah, like the miscommunication trope and the misinterpretation. Like, those things are annoying, so I kind of did not get for that. But, like, I like our main characters. I like the world that we're in, baseball. I wouldn't consider this sports romance. I would say there's a sports atmosphere, but I would not consider this actively, like, sports romance. So I think I'm going to finish it today. That would be awesome. I have 3 hours and 14 minutes left of this book, but I really want to read Dungeon Crawler Carl. And I have much more left in that. So if I don't finish it today, I'm definitely going to finish it tomorrow. What else? What other updates do I have for you guys? I think that's it. Like I said, I was catching up with my junk journal. I have to give you guys a junk journal tour because I don't think I've given one since the summer. And my journal is rather thick. It is real thick. But at least I'm caught up to date at this point with that. And then, what else? I think that's it. As far as, like, hobbies and updates and things like that go. So, let's head over there. And I will talk to you guys when I have a reading update on Dungeon Crawler Carl. You guys, I spent like an hour. So I have the app called Fetch where you get points. And when you get points, you then can get, like, gift cards, but you can play games to get points. So, I just spent the last hour trying to get points. Also, my light is, like, really bright in my face, like, good morning. I just spent the last hour and a half trying to get, like, a solid amount of points, and I missed the cutoff literally by seconds. My goal is to get a $50 Barnes & Noble gift card to support my no-buy. So, that was frustrating, but I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl now. I just read 2 chapters. I'm about to read, like, 18,000 more chapters, but I just wanted to give you guys an update because it's been, like, 2 hours, and I haven't picked up the camera. Yeah, this light has got to go. It is so bright, so bright. I might move downstairs, but my bed is comfortable. I don't typically like reading in my bed because then I have a hard time sleeping. So, yeah, I try not to read up here, but it's also warm up here. Like, it's nice and toasty. So, that's why I've been hiding out up here. but I really should. Actually, you know what? I am going to move, and I'm just going to bring my blanket. So let's go move downstairs and get some more reading done.
Hi, you guys. Good morning. I just spent the last hour outside shoveling. There's a lot of snow. A lot of snow on the ground. So I got to work out in. I was literally like telling my mom, like, I'm dripping sweat. Like, this is crazy. It's so cold, and yet here I am sweating. I have a reading update for you all. I am about 40%, I think, into Dungeon Crawler Carl. At this point, Carl has met some maybe alliances. One that he thought was an alliance, but something happened. And then I think this group that he is with now, I think they're going to become an alliance for a little while. At least as long as they can be. What else can I tell you? I don't like... This book is going to be a hard one to give summaries of because I feel like it's going to give a lot away if you care about spoilers. If you don't care about spoilers, it would be fine. So I have to like choose my words wisely with this one. But at this point, Carl and Princess Donut are trying to make their way down to the next floor. They have leveled up continuously over the last, I guess, couple of days that they've been exploring. They've come across some interesting creatures, and like I said before, they thought they had an alliance, but then that kind of went splat, and now they met a new group of people who I think will be alliances. I don't know if they'll turn. I hope they don't, but it wouldn't be surprising if they did turn on him. What else can I tell you? That's kind of like the gist of it. This book is just really funny. Like, at any given point, there could be some major twist. There could be, not like twist, but like the most random things come up in the crawler world. Like, an example is Princess Donut. Yeah, Princess Donut named two like goblin-looking things, Lorelai and Rory. Like, that's really funny. And there's just so many other things that you're just like, this is so random, but so funny. So I'm definitely liking it so far. Like I said, I'm about 40% into it. So will I finish it today? No, but I would like to get to 50%. Halfway through would be a good spot. I would be very happy if I got that far. And then I also have to listen to Since We've No Place to Go. I think I'm going to try to wrap that up today. That's going to be the one that I'm like, yes, I need to wrap that up. I have 3 hours left. Like, I feel like I can listen a little bit while I work. I can listen on my lunch break, and then I can listen after work, and then that should be done. So I'm going to start my workday now, and drink my coffee. I made a fresh cup of coffee because I was outside for a while, and I just felt like my second cup was like, not stale, but it almost tasted like sour. Has anybody ever experienced that? Where like, you make an espresso pod, and this one you're supposed to brew it like over milk, but I didn't feel like going downstairs to get the milk, so I just brewed it, and it tasted like kind of sour. I don't know. It was just weird. It was not the milk. We literally just got this milk. So, and I checked the date on it. It was fine. I don't know. I guess it just got old quick. Whatever. Anyway, I'm drinking right now a latte. It's a 3 shots instead of 2 with some cream. And that's what I'm going to be sipping on the rest of the morning. So, yeah, that's the update. I'm going to go get my workday started, and I will see you guys later on my lunch break. Hello, you guys. It is after work at this point. I'm kind of just like hanging out and watching some YouTube. Currently watching Nellie Morris. If you haven't watched her and you're looking for like Christian lifestyle vlog girlies, she's been one of my favorites so far that I've found. And I don't know, I just love her vlogs. So I'm watching I'm like back watching some to catch up. Because I found her from, which video did I watch? I was looking for like Christian lifestyle vloggers, and I found one of her vlogs from November, I think, and it's called Christian Girl Living. I've been loving her content. I have to do some editing tonight for this video in particular. But I want to give you guys a rating update before I wrap up this video. So I am about 40%, I think, into Dungeon Crawler Carl. Loving it so far. I'm looking forward to it. It's like my late night treat. Like, I get home, if I'm out, I get home and I read a chapter before going to bed, or 2 chapters depending on how long the chapters are. But it's been so good. Highly recommend. If you're looking for like an action-packed like game show, like apocalypse, like this is definitely the book series for you. I definitely recommend the first book. Haven't read the other ones obviously because I'm still in the process of reading the first one. So definitely recommend that book. The next update I have for you guys is I'm playing with my SD card adapter, so don't mind me. I finished my John Bible study, which is titled Come and See from the Daily Grace Co. And I am going to be finishing my Ephesians Bible study tomorrow, which is very exciting. I decided to keep going with a chapter a day, and I only had 2 chapters left in Ephesians. So realistically, I only had not 2 pages left to read in a study, because they do a whole study on, like they do multiple studies on the armor of God in the Ephesians study. And they also have like a specifically dedicated like armor of God Bible study. So tomorrow I'm going to have a lot of reading to do in the morning, because Ephesians 6 is just like jam-packed with stuff. So yeah, I will be moving. I don't know what I'm going to do next. After I finish Ephesians, I don't even know what I want to do. How many times am I going to say I think? I do have a fresh start study, which is like their New Year's study. So I might start that. Yes, it'll be February, but I think it'll be good to do early in the year. And then basically what I'm trying to do is just fill time until the Lent study starts on February 18th. So I actually will be receiving the Lent study in a couple of days. So once that gets here, I will unbox it for you all and give you like a preview of what you're to expect with it. It is live on their site, so you can go check it out on their site. And when you guys watch this video, I don't know if the warehouse sale will still be going on, but if it's still going on, that would be a miracle. That's like 2 weeks, I think, because today is January 27th when I'm filming this. This video is going to go up on the 4th. So I don't know if the warehouse sale will still be going on, but regardless, check the Daily Grace Co. Sometimes they're just running random sales, and you can get the Bible study like discounted, which is awesome. So definitely check them out. As always, it'll be linked in the description box. You can use my discount code if you're a first-time purchaser, first time making a purchase at the Daily Grace Co. You can use my discount code, and you'll save an additional 10%. That code is Coffee and Goodreads, all caps. So that's the one outlier. I think like 99% of my codes are like Serena 10, Serena 15, Serena 20. Like this one's Coffee and Goodreads. So kind of long, but goes in the username, which is fun. What else do I have for you guys? What other reading updates? I have not picked up since we've no place to go. Still at 63%. I'm actually looking like right behind you guys, or right behind my camera is Storygraph. What else? I think that's it. I haven't made any progress with the ereader or Unhauled book. I decided to push that video out till the end of February because I just feel like I'm reading a lot right now. I have 7 books going, which includes Bible studies. I have not really made any progress with Story of Redemption. I'm still on volume 1 and I'm still in Genesis. You know what? That's what I'll do. Once I finish Ephesians, I'm going to make some good progress in the Story of Redemption, so that way I can kind of get up to speed, so that way I'm up to par with everybody else. Instead of starting a new study, I think it would be good to make progress in the current study. And then I don't think I've talked about it in a YouTube video,
but I've talked about it very briefly on Instagram. I'm currently also reading for the teen ministry that I volunteer with. We're doing a study on a book called Gods at War by Kyle Idleman. I am 26% through this. It's basically about, so far, idolatry and things that you worship versus worshiping God, and how when you're not worshiping God, you're basically just worshiping other things, and how we can then turn that idolization into maybe just doing those things, but glorifying God with them. So I'm 26% through that. And then Burn Bright by Kristen Becker-Ritchie, I have not touched. I'm at 32%. I've been at 32% since December, the very end of December. So that is my reading updates. I am going to be ending this video here because it's been almost a week at this point that I've been recording, and I want to get this edited and up for you all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment if you want to comment, and subscribe, but mostly like and subscribe. Those are the two things that really help my channel. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.